I didn't even know why, but always at the back of my mind that men are supposed to be strong, not supposed to cry. And I'm still the one that told my mom that, okay, you lost your daughter. And it's been over 2 years now, and I haven't cried. I've tried, but keeps ringing. Don't show weakness. Don't show weakness. Me yesterday wouldn't have come up here to speak up, but just to tell you, the organizers, that whatever you are trying to achieve here is working. So when I say I'm seeking for help, is to know what I can do to cry. Because trust me, I've tried. I've tried to cry, being in my room, but it's not working. So if you're a therapist or someone that can talk, I don't bite. Please just talk to me, please, and tell me what I can do to show grief. Thank you.
Oh, a round of applause for him. So you said you can talk to him if you want to cry and all of that. That was so. He's a shoulder to lean on. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy's, I've traveled far and wide. One of the, he's crying now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Okay. All right, we can connect you to Dr. Maimuna Kadiri, and she'll help out. Don't worry. Thank you. Thank you. He was brave enough to come on stage and be vulnerable. That's a lot. A round of applause for him, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to bring energy on the stage. They've traveled far and wide. They have one of the most streamed songs in Africa this year. You guys have seen them, you've listened to them, you've heard from their live at TEDx Admiralty. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too busy, if your phones are ready, please make welcome 121 Selah.
Hello, everyone. Happy International Men's Day. All right. We are One-to-One Seller, and we're going to be taking you through a couple of songs this next couple of minutes. And I have a question. Have you ever wondered why it is called the fall of man? Even though we all know that two ate of the fruit, I believe strongly that that statement reveals the profundity of the weight that rests on masculinity. I believe that the fall and the failure of Adam has shaped the brokenness that we see in the world today, and that the state of creation rises or falls on the decision of man to take responsibility or his abdication of his divine role. And so this song describes the despair of the fall of man, but much more shines a very bright light of hope that one day he will rise again. Can somebody just say, I will rise again? Alrighty. This is Fallen. With a broken pen, I speak without a sound. From a broken heart, a song of silence, screaming loud. The ripples and the waves upon the sea. But silent is the very cause, so deep within. I won't agree, even though it's not sin. Evil and sin can be traced to one thing alone. Philosophy and reason can't deny. Scientific discovery can prove me wrong. The natural and ethical decline, the evils of rebellion, the hate, the harm, the will to kill, the desire to steal. All vanity can be traced to one thing alone. Falling, 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 falling. Man is falling, 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 falling. So we hear the greatest story ever told. Come on, let's see, put your hands in the air like this. Of the possibility that there is hope. There is a redemption and a rescue from above. A redemption and a rescue from above. Yeah, sacrifice paid to make him whole. Come on, say, see the light, come on. Oh, see the light that guides us today. Our sorrows and our fears are washed away. Our sorrows and our fears are washed away. There's power to rise again, grace to live again. There is strength to love again. Because your reason. Come on, can you say it together with us? Say, reason. I am reason. Come on. Reason. I am reason. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Will you know that risen.
Risen.
Y'all lift it up, say we are
Risen, 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 risen.
Night is over, we are
Risen, 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 risen.
Now let's testify. Say,
I am a conqueror.
the war is over. Oh yeah.
I am a conqueror.
The victory won. Oh yeah.
I am a conqueror.
Stand up high, square your shoulders. You said,
risen, you say,
we are
risen, risen, risen,
Risen, risen, risen, risen.
we are
Risen, 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 risen.
How are you singing? I want everybody to sing and say,
risen.
I love it. Sing it again. You're rising from depression. Come on, sing it loud.
Risen, risen.
I'm not feeling that you're not good enough. You're rising. Say. Men know how to sing. All right, that's reason. Yeah.
So, the next song is titled Home. And everybody has this inherent feeling of longing for home, or this void that only home can fill. And we wrote this song to capture 3 of those contexts. The first one is truth. The second one is peace. And the third one is family. For truth seeks to establish what is, regardless of what we feel or what we like. Truth doesn't take sides with our opinions. It says what is. And what is a truth? A truth is that the man is the head and the strength of the family. And no matter what society tries to tell us men, we should always take that, not take it with force, because it is not forcefully taken. It is just there. It just exists. So walk into that role that you've already been given. So yeah.
The second context of home is peace. Home is where we find peace. Home is our safe space. Home is that place where we don't have to pretend to be who we are not. Every man wants peace, and home is that place where we find peace.
And very much literally, home is 25 Alima Sharon Street. Been married to a high performer. That's my husband, by the way. I understand the need for the man to be out there to make ends meet for the family, you know. But sometimes I just want my husband by my side. I just want my husband at home. My kids want their father in the house. And like as someone said, do not be so engrossed in giving your family a great life that you forget to give them a great day. And so this is home.
The night is over, light has come. I can see the tracks again. It's leading me to where I find my heart. All the purity I threw away. There's a whisper, heard it many times before, calling me home. Calling me home. Mo gbọ́ fèrè ọlọ́dẹ, wọ́n pè mí wálé o. fèrè ọlọ́dẹ wọ́n pè mí wálé o. Things are working, I'm living my dreams. Tell my papa that I made it. Look how I made it. It's finally over, the suffering. Now in glory and society. There's a whisper, heard it many times before, calling me home. Papa, fèrè ọlọ́dẹ, home with me wálé o.
Come on home.
Papa, fèrè ọlọ́dẹ, home with me wálé o.
Are you ready to go home? Not now though.
I'm going home.
One time, can you sing Mogbo Fèrè Ọlọ́dẹ? Say, Mogbo Fèrè Ọlọ́dẹ, home pè mí wálé, home pè mí wálé o. Come home to your position, come home to your order, come home to your design, come home to your family. Come on, one more time, sing. Home pè mí wálé, home pè mí wálé o.
Hi everyone.
Thank you.
So happy International Men's Day. So we like to celebrate men for their strength, but for many men, strength can be mistaken as silence. For example, did you know that in Nigeria, over 75% of suicides are of men? And that is not to say men feel any less, but have been taught or brought up to hide their feelings, their emotions, their sadness, their pain, their anxiety, all of that. But real strength is not in hiding your pain. It's in letting go of it. It's in admitting it and letting people in. And that is why we wrote this next song, to let the men out there know that no matter what you're going through, it's okay to let people in. So this is Let Me In.
One, two, three, four.
Hola, hola, la la la, hola, hola. Listen, I don't lie to you. You know when I'm grieving. Don't lie to me. I know what you're feeling. Please talk to me. I know you know that you can be real. You can be real with me. I don't lie to you. You know when I'm grieving. Don't lie to me. I know what you're feeling. Please talk to me. I know you know that you can be real. You can be real with me. As long as you follow me, talk, I go reach you. No matter how lost, I go find you. No matter how far you go, you go. As long as you follow me, talk, I go reach you. No matter how lost, I go find you. No matter how far you go, 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 go. Open up to me, darling, let me see. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Won't you let me be everything you need? Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Hola, hola, la, la, la. Hola. Listen, exaggerated the picture of how bad you think you've been. Yes, I hate it, but I found a way. I'll never ever leave. My love is real. Don't ever doubt it. You can be real. You can be real with me. As long as you follow me, talk, I'll go reach you. No matter how lost, I go find you. No matter how far you go, you go. As long as you follow me, talk, I'll go reach you. No matter how lost, I go find you. No matter how far you go, 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 go. Open up to me, darling, let me see. Wave your hands. Let me in, let me in. Come on. Let me in, let me in. Would you let me be, darling, everything you need? Let me in, let me in, let me in. Look to the person to your right and to your left and say, let me in. Open up your heart. Let me in. 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 Tell him, let me in.
Let me be the one.
Let me in. 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 Tell the person to your left and to your right. Say, let me in. Don't bother, even if you don't know them.
Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
One more time, sing it. Let me in. Open up your heart to me.
Let me in.
Don't die inside, please. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Thank you very much.
Let me in. Look at your neighbor and say, let me in. Cough and kata just they look you. Let me in. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please one more time, put your hands together for 121 Selah. That was an amazing one. Very intentional, amazing voices, amazing talent. Look at the outfit. I mean, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. All right, so we're going to be having our final TEDx speaker. This is one I've looked forward to for so long. He's a man I deeply appreciate and love. But I'll let Violet read his bio.
Our next speaker is Olushola Olaleye. Okay, crowd.
Wait. When I came on stage, now no shout like this.
You want to go out and come back again? Olushola is a multi-potentialite and serial entrepreneur who has founded and built successful businesses in both the food and fashion industries. He's a business consultant and an exceptional speaker with a focus on business profitability and self-leadership. Through his podcast and mentorship platform, he reaches over 1 million people monthly, offering invaluable insights on business growth and personal development. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our honor to present to you the speaker of the moment, the Olushola Olaleye.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me add, he's also a Man U fan. Thank you.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Olushola Olaleye. A round of applause for him.
Hi, Admiralty Way. I crave your indulgence. Can I kindly ask all the men in the room to close their eyes for the next 10 seconds? And as you do so, kindly look back to the last time you felt the most like a man. Think even deeper. When was the last time you felt the most masculine? Now open. For most of us, the last time we felt the most like a man was perhaps when we sorted the house rent without any contribution from the female gender. Aha, I see someone there. For some others, it's the last time you gave mommy money and tried to prove that you are the best child that she has. While for some others, sadly, the last time you felt like a man was trying to fight back the tears and not cry when you lost a loved one. For the most of us, that's what we've attributed masculinity to. Whether that is good or bad, I'll leave you to decide at the last instance of this conversation. But here's my point. We've been made to believe for the longest that a man has to be brave enough to never break. But when I look through Africa and I look at the people redefining the business arena, what I see are people who actually are brave enough to break, but also build themselves back up and appear even stronger. Here's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that I think it's time to redefine what masculinity is and what it means for you to truly be a man in this day and age. We currently have an anachronistic mentality with respect to masculinity. We've been made to make men feel like for you to be a man, you have to dominate. You have to dominate every scene, dominate every conversation, and you must never show that you're weak. Whereas, on the other hand, what it takes to build successful empires are actually much different. Because it will take some given level of emotional intelligence. It will take some given level of collaboration and not dominance for you to be able to erect a successful business empire. And so I'm tempted to say that I do not think that the current masculinity arrangement is one that equips African entrepreneurs to really build for the long haul. But don't take my word for it. I think I want to show you. I like to say that toxic masculinity, on one hand, has actually sold us so many lies. One of such lies is that you must never show your weakness. You know, there was a very damning statistic that I once read about a research carried out by the Flourish Ventures in 2024. They did a study of several startup founders from about 13 African countries and found out that about 86% of them are struggling with one mental issue or another. It doesn't end there. Only 14% of these 86% actually feel comfortable talking about their many worries. I think that's damning. I think it's very crazy. We've been taught and told that every single instance that you show your inadequacy, it makes you weak. And this has actually led to a very interesting conversation. And we've also carried out this particular mentality and translated it into our businesses. Think about it. The average male Nigerian entrepreneur, for example, feels like every time he acts like he doesn't have something figured out, it could make other people disrespect him. But what if I told you that's your greatest undoing? Another lie we've been told is also that as a man in business, you should know how to do everything yourself. You know, I grew up raised by a widowed mom, an engineer turned caterer. So it took Eba money to send me to school. But I remember just like yesterday, growing up, when my caterer mom would enter into the compound, having had a long day at Iduro or at my 12 market getting the freshest pepper ever. And she walks into the house and she says, Shola, Toby, Ewaba mi gbe rice, Timurala ti Daliko. What that means is, come and help me carry the rice that I bought from Daliko. And so I come out as a guy. And then I get to the boot of the vehicle as some young child, perhaps 12, 13, and I go to where the rice is. I know I can't carry the full bag of rice by myself. It was about 50 kg. But then, the moment I spot a lady around me, you know what happens. My sociology background offers some explanation to that. It's what we call social facilitation. It's been said that there's something called coactor effect and another called an audience effect, which means that you are very likely to want to perform better when other people are watching you, particularly females as a guy. And so you feel like I can do it all by myself. Now, whether you like it or not, those were seed forms that would later translate into something much bigger in the future. And so we get into businesses as entrepreneurs and we feel like we've got this all figured out. And what that happens is that for some people, it translates to you damning the need to even get mentorship when you know you need it. Because you feel like the moment I ever let people think or even assume in the slightest that I don't have everything figured out, it makes me look weak. Well, I think what makes you look weak is not that you don't have everything figured out. What makes you look weak is that you think that it is weakness to ask for help. Another very popular lie that toxic masculinity has sold us is the belief that you are always right as a man and no one can correct you. You know, I always say in my boardroom conversations and in my management meetings, I tell my team, I said, look, I'm not trying to be the smartest man in this room. I'm trying to build the smartest room. Which means that every successful entrepreneur who will truly build a profitable empire must be one who is secure enough to take the fresh ideas of others, even though they are better than his, and refine them to move the business forward. I don't have to always be right. It's a lie that you've been told. And I'm speaking to the men in the room, and I hope that the women, on the other hand, also help us raise in return the next generation of men who will put things right. And so today, as I drive home a very important point, I want to ask that we treat life with more courage. Now, when I say courage, many people think in physical terms. We think that true courage is the ability to face a lion, fight on the streets, and prove your physical ability to exert yourself in every situation. That's cute, but that's not where true strength lies. That's not where true strength lies. And so today I want to combat these lies that toxic masculinity has sold us with truths. I have just about 4 of them. The very first truth is that you must have the courage to feel. Men, you must have the courage to feel. Because it is only a heart that can feel pain that can also feel purpose. It is only a man who can sit with his fears on a Sunday evening that can face dauntlessly the tasks ahead on a Monday morning. You must be able to feel. We're in a world where men and young boys are told to bottle everything in. Listen, when you keep bottling it in, one day the bottle is going to erupt. And when it erupts, you cannot give it direction because it will go wherever it wants to. Your inability to feel has actually caused so much pain in us, but we don't take attention or pay attention to this because we pay it no mind. I'm here to tell you sometimes it's okay to feel things. It's okay to be in your feelings every AK Market day. It's fine. It sure is fine. Because if you do not learn to feel things, what will end up happening is you get into a state of catharsis, an emotional explosion. And one day you just tear up or you just scatter because you haven't trained yourself to manage your emotions, because all you've ever been doing has been to suppress it. If I asked you, everyone here, how many minutes do you have in a year? You perhaps will go ask ChatGPT or pick up your calculator. I'll save you the stress. We have about 525,600 minutes in a year. But if I also asked you, do you know how many men kill themselves per year? I'll also save you the ChatGPT in and tell you that we have about 525,000 male suicides per year. You know what that equates to? It equates to 1 suicide every minute for a man. About 70% of all the suicides in the world are committed by men. Don't ask me if there's any tangible relationship between our inability to feel our pain and handle them with the problem of suicide. The second thing I want you to have the courage to do today is the courage to ask. 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 Now, this is very personal because as an individual, I'm someone who doesn't know how to ask for help. All through my life, having lost my dad at the tender age of 7, I just built some form of mentality that since no one is ever coming to save me, the salvation of myself has got to come from within. And in as much as that has got some positives, the negatives are also there. Because it means in many cases that you just throw to the back seat the ability for other people to actually bail you out in moments where they can. And so this evening, I want to ask you, you need to build the courage to ask. Particularly as an entrepreneur, that courage to step into boardrooms and say, guys, I think we're stuck here. We might need your help again. Listen, in my opinion, seeking help is actually a true show of strength. No one seeks help the right way without some given level of self-awareness. Because self-awareness is understanding your strengths and understanding your weaknesses also. Knowing what you are capable of doing, knowing your core competencies, but also knowing the areas in which you fall short. And so when you know the areas you fall short, it's easy for you to look and cry out for help and say, you know what, I'm going to need some complementing and some supplementing in this area. And it leads me to the penultimate thing I want you to build courage on. Is the courage to rest. Dear men, build the courage to rest. Now, this is note to self, because my EA is somewhere in the room saying, Yimu, practice what you preach first, sir. Dami, I hear you. But perhaps I think I'm speaking not only to the crowd, but also to myself. Let's build the courage to rest. A lion does not hunt for 24 hours. Many times it sits in a shed and refuels and refuels for it to be able to go hard again. Yorubas will say, that means that when a ram goes back, you think he could be retreating, but it's actually going to come back with more strength because it's going to attack with full force. Which means that it's time for you to stop seeing rest as a symbol of weakness. No, rest is an investment for more work. Don't burn out. Burnout is not a badge of honor. It's a liability. Don't burn out. The world needs you. Please rest. 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 Check the statistics worldwide. As we currently speak, there is no country in the world where men have a higher life expectancy than women. Only 3 countries even come very close enough. It's that bad. Listen, if you don't rest, you will not live long enough to reap the fruits of your labor. If you don't rest, it will be your sons and your children that will be telling the world the mighty tales of your conquest. Because usually not every victor lives to tell his tales and enjoy the spoils of the war. Rest! 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 There's no award for who suffer pass. No, not at all. And the final thing I want you to build courage on is you must build the courage to fail forward. The courage to fail forward. There's a popular African proverb that he who has not fallen has not climbed. I agree. And I'm sure everyone in this room will agree. But the truth is, why then do we do the opposite of that. If the average African entrepreneur fails at something, you know what they do? They exit, they leave social media, turn off their WhatsApp, block everyone, and they go into their shells. That seems to be our modus operandi every single time we fail. But what if you start rethinking failure and start seeing failure not as full stop, but a meaningful comma in the sentence of your success story? How about you start seeing failure as an undetachable part of the entire idea of success? That it's almost as though the greatest successes are actually the greatest failures. I'll give you a very crazy statistic. Do you know that about 8 in 10 of African startups actually fail within the first 3 years? However, here's the juicier part. It's been proven that second-time founders, I mean those who have failed earlier and choose to start again, are 4 times likelier to actually build the next unicorn. So it's almost as though the greatest cases of success are also tied and linked to the greatest cases of failure. Just think about it. Think about Paga, Tayo Oviosu. In 2011, after raising about $2 million, had to stand in front of his investors and say, guys, I failed. But he didn't stop there. He says, I failed, but there's something I learned and I want you to back me again. Newsflash, 14 years after, Paga is now worth $500 million. Do I talk about the very amazing story everyone likes to talk about? The story of Paystack, how they exited in 2020 at $200 million. Nice. Everyone likes the viewpoint, but no one likes to know how to climb the stairs. So I'll give you a bit of the process story, the one behind the results. In the early days of Paystack, Shola Akinade had to look his employees in the eye because he could not make payroll. And he had to call some of them on the phone and even had to cry with them and promise them that he will fix it. And fix it he did. He wasn't a man who was running after every point of failure. He was someone who saw failure as an undetachable part of the journey. One of the best things I like to say whenever I talk about failure is you must learn to fall in love with the F word. Failure. Not the F word you know, but this F word. I'll tell you something as I leave. You see, one of the greatest stories that you've ever heard about anything invention and innovation is that of Thomas Alva Edison. As the guy reputed to have discovered the light bulb. We all talk about it and the fact that he tried 999 times before getting that 1,000th time. Yeah, we know it and celebrate it. But the question is this: how many of you would even have made it to the 10th effort? How many? And when Thomas Alva Edison was asked, what happened and how did you fail 1,000 times? You know what he said? He said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I just found 1,000 ways that did not work. I'm going to leave you borrowing a bit of IBK Quick's intonation. That the African man is not one who is scared of the fall. The African man is one who is scared of remaining on the ground. I hope you build courage. Thank you.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Please a round of applause for Olushola Olaleye. That was a powerful, powerful, powerful TED Talk. Please look to your left and to your right. To a man and even a woman, please tell them rest. It's important to rest. And learn to fall in love with the what? With the F word, please. Failure is normal. When you fail, you strive at it to rise again. You learn from the mistakes and then you rise again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing day, but I'm still going to give at least two more people, and a slot to just come forward and speak. But I'll first invite the Chief Marketing Officer of Film House for 1 minute, Mrs. Mojisola Oladapo. A round of applause for her. Just 1 minute to say something. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is a privilege that I do not take lightly at all. First of all, happy International Men's Day. Happy International Men's Day. Happy International Men's Day. I don't think that we get to share enough how special our men are. I don't think we get to tell them enough how proud we are of them and how much we thank them for the tireless sacrifices that they make for us. when I was listening to that young man speak, and he was talking about how he had the responsibility of having to share with his mother that she had just lost a child, I was looking at him and I felt it in every part of my body, how much of a responsibility that was. Yorubas have a saying, they say, "Ibitoba le loman bomo okunrin." It is where it is hard you find men. If you have not felt responsibility, you will never understand what that means. But we are here to say today that we appreciate you. We thank you for all that you do. We love you so much. And we want you to trust us to be kind to you. Women in the house, can we just make a commitment today to be kind to these men? It is not easy. I do not want to be a man for a day. I am not interested because my shoulders are too weak. I can't carry that load. But I just wanted to reinstate and reemphasize that today we celebrate you and we are so grateful for all that you do. For that young man who has not been able to cry, I just want to encourage you to just lean in to feeling those feelings. Grieving is hard. It's hard to mourn your loved ones. But I know that God gives grace, and may God give you grace to mourn, because when you mourn, you feel peace and you feel a release. Again, I just want to, wish you guys a happy International Men's Day. Again, I say that we love you. Again, I say that we appreciate you. Thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you.
A round of applause for the Chief Marketing Officer of Film House, who happens to be one of our sponsors for today. Can we also put our hands together for Cafe One, our sponsor for today? Sterling, One Bank, Coca-Cola, Red Bull, Bay Royale, Caudi Africa, Boshan, Kados. Please keep clapping. And Nutri Snack. Thank you so much for sponsoring TEDx Admiralty. It wouldn't have been possible without you. We really appreciate you. And can put our hands together for all the volunteers and organizers and convener of TEDx Admiralty. Thank you. So right now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite the co-convener of TEDx Admiralty, where I introduced her earlier. If your hands are not too busy, please put your hands together for Kelechi Nwazuzu. Kelechi to fly.
Thank you so much, everyone. I had a whole speech planned, but I think I'm just going to skip it and speak from my heart. I want to start first by thanking, even though my amazing host did a fantastic job, but I want to thank all the sponsors. When we went to them to say, here's what we're trying to do, we were trying to do something that I don't think is very popular, but they responded so positively. And I don't think we'd have had an event as successful as this one without them. So I know he's called some of them, but please permit me to just acknowledge, obviously, Cafe One, our key sponsor. Thank you so much to the Cafe One team. I want to say a big thank you to the Film House team. Amazing, amazing, amazing. This is a partnership, it was a partnership with Cafe One and Film House and the TEDx Admiralty Way team. So thank you. I want to say a big thank you to Cake Mayor, Caudi Africa, Boshan, Fruta Jugo, One Bank, Sterling Bank. I want to say a big thank you to Arrow, our media partners, Wave as well. I want to say a big thank you to Nutri Snacks, to Bay Royale, to Kados Cakes, to Red Bull. I want to say a big thank you to Nutri Snacks again, and to all the amazing product sponsors, sponsors in cash and kind. Thank you. Thank you to the volunteers. Please, if your hands are not too busy, put your hands together for the most amazing team of volunteers. These guys have been up since yesterday morning. They literally have not slept. They have not slept, and I'm so thankful. I want to say a big thank you to our partners, to our hosts, the lovely, lovely hosts. Thank you so much. And thank you to you. Thank you for staying to the end. I know that it can be a bit long just sitting and listening to people talking. But beyond all of the nice pictures we've taken, the videos, I really hope that we're leaving here with something important. Because the goal of putting together a TEDx event is to inspire change, right, through conversations. When the videos from this event start to go out, please reshare it as much as you can, because we don't want what we started to end in this room. We want you to go out there and let people know that it's okay for, let me not sound like a broken record, but it's okay for men to be open about how they feel. It's okay to rest. It's okay to, so many it's okays, but please, let the conversation not end here. Share these videos and so make sure you're taking something away from here. I'm taking something away, so many things, but I think the one that I'm taking most specifically is that it's okay to rest. That one is very important. But thank you. I cannot say thank you enough. Thank you to the crew. Thank you to all our partners. Thank you. God bless you. And see you next year at TEDx Admiralty Way 2026. Bye.
Let's keep the applause coming.
Please keep the applause coming for our convener, Kelechi. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, now is a very good time for us to network as we come to the end of TEDx Admiralty Way. Did we gain value today? All right. Were we all motivated? Were we all inspired by the speakers? One more time, please put your hands together for the amazing speakers who came on. Olushola Olaleye, Dr. Mimuna Kadiri, Dr. Toyosi, Mr. Abubakar Suleiman, and Mr. Obina, the convener of today's event. My name is Tolu Afilaka. It's a pleasure to be the master of ceremonies for today, as well as my beautiful co-hosts.
Thank you very much for having me today, and we look forward to next year, where we will again convene to have conversations that matter, and hopefully they convert into actions that matter even more. My name is Violet Ejeta. Thank you for being here.
Please, every picture and video you made, please remember to go on Twitter and use the hashtag live at TEDx Admiralty Way. We appreciate you, we love you, and see you next year.
Happy International Men's Day.
Bye-bye.
Like this passion, we make parable, you can do it para. Open Bible, open eyes, treat me as she get why I know they tired. You go explain tired. No evidence explain tire. In no good party but power. Big bunda make me mad. Rest in peace to Jamara. Different patterns. I'm a fellow before I cast. Who on the gas? On my mommy, I get the paper. We know the class.
So lazy. DJ Lighter, drop it.
Baby, this ain't hashing a shit up. If you agree, mama, laton. Party 2 at the party 1. Party 2 at the bar 1. I go be to change your catwalk and change your life joy. Every day not to enjoy. Open and close like a laptop. When it goes, it goes. 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 It let the money give you face in addition to bomb. I no go lie about the base. Money like it on. Anytime you holla, make I come through. I go tell my guys, them I know they come soon. Bacala me see, make my eye too. Many girl get, but now you I want to. I go be to change your catwalk and change your life joy. Every day not to enjoy. Open and close like a laptop. When it goes, it goes. 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 Yo, baby, give me slow motion. In my room, I go give you promotion. Everything is allowed. Baby say everything is allowed. Me, I say, Ricky, baby, now man. She tell me, say, let me go buy for her.
Incoming thing called music from the wickedest thing. See me? A long time. This is for my baby. This is for my baby.
Down like an egg. I wanna love you all over. Wanna be the gun to your soldier. Show you I'm loyal. Change to your wherever you go, go. You don't go ever go solo. Even if not Morocco, I go follow you go. Oh, yo. Juliet and Romeo, I go follow you go Mexico. Even Jericho, I don't go let you go.
Baby, relax. Our love got the best remarks. You light up me world and you bring out enough sparks. Relax. Woo. Make them do the mass. Yeah, you are the dread deep down in a melody. Cook you some lobster, salmon and pasta. Love is a medication like a rasta. Take you to Alaska, Jamaica is after. Don't need Joshua for your love, mother boxer. On the Gucci, yeah. I be your lover and your fire. Say nobody can fit when this fire. My baby lover take you higher.
Oh, baby, where you wherever you go, go. You don't go ever go solo. Even if not Morocco, I go follow you go. Oh, yo. Juliet and Romeo, I go follow you go Mexico. Even Jericho, I don't go let you go. I know I tell you before now, but I go tell you one more time. With you I belong.
Wanna your love, they do me one time. Oh my, I'm getting mommy. Show me how you feeling this night. Mama say your love, say now winnie, wanna your love, they do me this night. Yeah, I need your grace. Me never relent. My love no get shame.